Everyone says Love Island exploits people, that the show preys on desperate contestants, that it's manipulation, that it's toxic. They're wrong. Love Island isn't exploitative. The contestants aren't victims. It's a voluntary transaction. That's what makes it so much darker. This is the uncomfortable truth about Love Island. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody stumbles onto Love Island by accident. You have to apply. You audition. You compete against thousands of other people desperate for the same spot. These aren't just naive kids. They're all in their mid-20s. They're strategic operators who studied past seasons, built their Instagram, and chose this path. They know exactly what they're signing up for. The 24/7 cameras, public humiliation, the editing, the trolls, and they want it anyway. Why? Because they've done the maths. Here's what nobody wants to admit. For most contestants, Love Island is the best economic decision that they'll ever make. The top 20% are making six figures selling diet teas and other products on Instagram. The show pays them almost nothing. It's only a few £100 a week. But that's not the payment. Exposure is the payment. The ones who play it right are the ones that win. So, they're not being exploited. They're investors risking their dignity for equity in their own brand. So let's talk numbers. The average Love Island contestant enters with maybe 5,000 followers. And some of them leave with 500,000 up to 2 million followers. That's not just a follower count. That is a business asset. They have brand partnerships, six-figure annual deals. Some crash and burn, most fade into irrelevance, but the winners turn 8 weeks in a villa into a multi-year income stream that could potentially set them up for life. Some people might say that they manipulate contestants, sleep deprivation, alcohol, or psychological pressure. So what? These are adults who sign contracts. They know the format. They've seen previous seasons. The producers create situations, but the contestants choose how to react. You might think the crying is fake. It's not. You think the drama is scripted. It's not. It's engineered, and there's quite a difference. The show creates the conditions, and the contestants create the content. But the key here is that both sides benefit. The show gets drama and viewers, the contestants get screen time and followers. But what about the mental health crisis, and the online abuse, and the suicides? Some face horrific abuse, and some don't recover. But here's the uncomfortable question. Whose responsibility is that? The show warns them, offers them therapy, provides aftercare, although it's somewhat minimal, but they can't control what happens when someone with 1 million followers gets destroyed by the internet. The show didn't create cancel culture, it just monetized it and used drama to make money. The contestants, they took the bet. Some win and some lose, but it's not really exploitation, it's risk. It's a system that turns human emotion into commerce. And everyone involved, producers, contestants, viewers, all agree to participate. The contestants aren't victims, they're entrepreneurs. The viewers aren't innocent, they're the demand. This isn't evil, it's just an efficient system. And efficiency, unfortunately, doesn't care about your feelings. So here's what makes Love Island brilliant. It outsourced the exploitation to the market. The show doesn't decide who succeeds, the algorithm does. The show creates the contestants and then releases them into an ecosystem designed to chew them up. Some adapt, but unfortunately most don't. And the ones who fail, they signed up knowing the odds. Nobody forced them into the villa, nobody forced them to stay relevant afterwards. They chose the game didn't choose them. So, is Love Island exploitative? No. Is it predatory? Debatable. Is it a morally neutral system that turns people into products and only rewards the top 10%? Absolutely. And next season, thousands will apply anyway. Because the alternative is working a normal job for normal money, that feels worse. This is Business Unboxed. Please subscribe and tell me what you think in the comments.